Good morning, everyone. Welcome to academic year 2012-13. Can you believe we're starting again? But it's great to see all of you. This morning, it's my pleasure to present the awards for service, teaching, and scholarship of individuals selected by the Senate. But before announcing those awards, I'd like to take just a moment to focus on a few highlights of some of the stellar accomplishments of our faculty colleagues during the last year that highlight these same areas of teaching, service, and research. And although I won't be able to mention all the wonderful things that many of you have done, I did want to underline few names so that our new faculty would understand the caliber of the folks that they will be joining. For service, I would mention Samir Verma in the Information Systems Department in the College of Business, who has several one laptop per child projects around the world that focus on education, technology, and outreach in rural and remote environments. The Jefferson Award for Public Service went to Marty Linder in Design and Industry in the College of Liberal and Creative Arts for his I Do program, which for a decade has provided hands-on project-based design education to San Francisco high school students. And then from the College of Ethnic Studies, Alejandro Morgueya in Latino-Latina Studies will serve as Poet Laureate for the city of San Francisco this year. Let's congratulate these folks on their service. For teaching, I would mention a San Francisco State team led by biology professor Kimberly Tanner that received a $1.5 million grant from the Howard Hughes Medical Institute to produce a new national model for teaching biology to undergraduates. Also, Alvin Alvarez from the Department of Counseling and Associate Dean for the College of Health and Social Sciences received the Helms Award for Mentoring and Scholarship. Dr. Alvarez was recognized for his prolific publishing and leadership in multiculturalism, as well as leading dozens of counseling students to take a strong social justice perspective on the profession, especially his work on the mental health effects of racism that Asian Americans experience. In 2012, San Francisco State was also one of 5 institutions receiving the Senator Paul Simon Award for Comprehensive Internationalization. President Wong will accompany Yenbo Wu to Washington, D.C. to receive that award in November. Let's congratulate these folks on their teaching. And then in the area of research, Alan LeBlanc and David Frost from Sociology and Sexuality Studies were awarded what I think is the first R01 grant at this institution from the National Institutes of Health, on which we are the lead institution. The grant is titled Minority Stress and Mental Health Among Same-Sex Couples. In addition to some 20 books published by the Liberal and Creative Arts faculty, Pat Jackson in cinema has received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for her work in sound editing and design of the HBO film Hemingway and Gellhorn. Pamela Wolfberg from the Department of Special Education received external funding in excess of $2.5 million to support the Autism Spectrum program. And finally, mathematics professor Marielle Vasquez received a Presidential Early Career Award for Scientists and Engineers, the nation's highest honor for researchers in early stages of their careers. Professor Vasquez is a pioneer in DNA topology, which uses mathematics to understand DNA. She was honored at a White House ceremony with President Obama in July. Please join me in congratulating these folks. The accomplishments of our faculty make us all so proud. And in order to help us to ensure that the faculty can remain productive despite these tight budget times, and despite the fact that the CSU yesterday canceled the RSCA awards for this upcoming year, we will again have the Faculty Travel Awards, and we have increased the pool this year to $150,000, so that this should allow more faculty to travel for their scholarship. As many of you know, I do enjoy attending the theater, musical events, and other arts and entertainment that are available here in the Bay Area. This summer, I again went to Beach Blanket Babylon, which is always fun. If you've never seen their revised show, I do recommend it. But if you have seen it, you know that the new show focuses on the theme of returning here to San Francisco, home here for the best after traveling around the world. And although we encourage our faculty in their national and international achievements, it's very important that the faculty here at San Francisco State are also recognized by their colleagues for their achievements. So I am now very happy and honored to present the Senate Awards to our faculty. First, Dr. Barry Rothman, who, as you all know, is a professor in the biology department, is the recipient of the Excellence in Service Award. Since Dr. Rothman's career began at San Francisco State in 1986, he has gained valuable knowledge and experience to succeed in becoming a leader who is dedicated to service within his field and community. In the summer of 2006, Dr. Rothman created a successful pre-health professions certificate program, a 1 to 2 year formal program for post-baccalaureates who wish to change careers and begin taking prerequisite coursework in preparation for application to medical, dental, and other health professional schools. The program is self-sustaining and revenue generating. PHPC, you know, near and dear to my heart. It attracts a diverse group of participants who are not economically privileged. Revenues generated from the PHPCP program have been used to benefit disadvantaged students to strengthen the basic scientific qualifications of rising sophomores and juniors through the additional creation and funding of the Summer Science Institute. Revenues have also been used to fund the dental post-bac program, donated to help fund science courses within the College of Science and Engineering, and used to fund non-program courses in the biology department, open to all San Francisco State students. This past summer, a newly created 15-month pre-nursing track was added to the formal post-bac. This program is intended to address the national need for a diverse population of nurses to serve the ever-expanding need for healthcare providers in the United States. Since June 2009, Dr. Rothman has been collaborating with CSU East Bay, as well as with Stanford Medical School, UC Berkeley School of Public Health, and these are all funded by major grants that support these formal post-bac, dental post-bac, and the Summer Science Institute. In addition to the creation and directing of the successful program and its components, Dr. Rothman is a volunteer teacher, a mentor of postdoc fellows, has conducted 3 CSU statewide best practices workshops, and focused on getting more CSU and community college minority students into the UC Health Profession schools. He's also served on the Academic Senate Strategic Issues Committee as a member and chair. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Rothman on his wide range of accomplishments in service. Camille Dungy, professor in the Creative Writing Department. is the recipient of the Excellence in Professional Achievement Award. Professor Dungy joined San Francisco State in 2006. She is an avid writer, tireless speaker, and guest lecturer, and author of over 50 works in a single authored book and edited volumes. Among those works, she has published 3 nationally recognized collections of poetry and edited or helped to edit 3 major anthologies. 4 of these publications have occurred since she arrived at San Francisco State. In each case, her books have helped to raise attention for the university and have helped the writing community and the reading community at large understand a broader subsection of our society. Professor Dungy has incorporated her research into the classroom, expanding her department's curriculum via the texts she has anthologized and her ever-expanding areas of expertise. One of her books, Suck on the Marrow, published in 2010 by Red Hen Press, is a historical narrative revolving around 6 main characters and set in mid-19th century Virginia and Philadelphia. This book traces the experiences of fugitive slaves, kidnapped northern-born blacks, and free people of color, exploring the interdependence between plantation life and life in northern and southern American towns, and illuminating the connections between the successes and difficulties of a wide range of Americans, free and slave, black and white, northern and southern. Additionally, Professor Dungy has authored Smith Blue from Southern Illinois University Press in 2011, and What to Eat, What to Drink, What to Leave for Poison, Red Hen Press, 2006. She is editor of Black Nature, 4 Centuries of African American Nature Poetry from University of Georgia Press in 2009, and co-editor of From the Fish House, an anthology of poems that sing, rhyme, resound, syncopate, alliterate, and just plain sound great. Persia, 2009, an assistant editor of Gathering Ground, a reader celebrating Cave Canem's first decade, University of Michigan Press, 2006. Professor Dungy has received many prestigious honors. Included among them are the 2011 American Book Award, the 2011 California Book Award Silver Medal, the 2010 and 2011 Northern California Book Award, nominations for the NAACP Image Award in both 2010 and 11, and she was a finalist for the 2011 Balcones Prize. One of the NAACP nominations was for her book, Suck on the Marrow. Among her fellow nominees were poets Nikki Giovanni, Major Jackson, Pulitzer Prize-winning novelist Alice Walker, and Nobel Prize in Literature winner Derek Walcott. Camille has also received fellowships from the National Endowment for the Arts, the Virginia Commission for the Arts, Cave Canem, the Dana Award, and Bread Loaf. Please join me in congratulating Professor Dungy on her accomplishments in the area of professional achievement. And finally, Karen Hosfeld, professor in sociology and sexuality studies, is the recipient of the Sarlo Excellence in Teaching Award. Since the fall of 1988, Dr. Hosfeld has taught an exceptionally wide range of courses that have consistently received the highest ratings on the department's student evaluation of teaching effectiveness in both major courses and the GE curriculum. Dr. Hosfeld has made important contributions to the department's curriculum and to the profession's approach to pedagogy through her publications and her service to professional associations. When the sociology department revised Sociology 300 into a GWAR course, Dr. Hosfeld eagerly volunteered to be one of the instructors to pilot this demanding, writing-intensive course. Her success was evidenced by her earning perfect 1.0 scores from students on 11 of the 16 teaching evaluation questions during the first semester she taught the course. And we know how demanding our students can be, so we appreciate that. Dr. Hosfeld also created the department's very successful internship course, which she began teaching in fall 2000. Since then, approximately 400 students have taken Sociology 50102, which, like the senior seminar, is designed as a capstone course. Dr. Hosfeld has an impressive track record of mentoring students beyond the classroom, evident in their many letters of support and gratitude. One student writes, Professor Hosfeld, Karen's, aptitude for teaching does not cease with method and performance, but rather exceeds these bare minimums and employs an indispensable connective capacity. She connects herself to her students to one another, and everyone to the subject being studied. Each semester, she also selects 5 to 6 promising students to be TAs in her lecture classes, students who she thinks are academically strong but could use a bit more self-confidence and leadership experience. Professor Hosfeld says that she is particularly proud that my undergraduate peer TA system provides sociology majors with special leadership and mentoring opportunity. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Hosfeld on her receipt of the Sarlo Excellence in Teaching Award. Thank you.